Hello and welcome to Government with Dr. Turner. Today we're going to summarize the central role that parties play in Congress. What's the most efficient way to tackle a big, complex project? It may be possible to do it by yourself, but that could take a really long time. Sometimes the best way is to get some teams together, break up that huge project, and hand out different parts to each team. Congress approaches legislation in a similar way, breaking it up into pieces and handing out parts to different teams. Without some kind of strategy like this, Congress would be overwhelmed by work. Even though there is a limited number of enumerated powers, there often seems to be no limit to the amount of legislation that is introduced in Congress today. The committee structure is the foundation of how things get done in Congress. Even as important as committees are, party plays a central role. Congress is organized around party lines. The rules that Congress operates by each session are created by the majority party. The chairman of each committee is a member of the majority party. The majority party also has the majority of committee members in each committee. Congress is like a living organism and it evolves over time. The Congress we see today is not the same as it was 100 or 200 years ago. Today we see a Congress where party is extremely important and obstruction is preferred over cooperation. In the House, power is highly centralized in the leadership, and the Speaker of the House controls committee assignments. Leadership roles are handed out based on loyalty to party, increasing the climate of hyperpartisanship. In contrast, the committee structure has changed very little in modern times. The very first committees in Congress were ad hoc, designed for specific problems or tasks. But as Congress and the country grew, permanent committees were formed. Committees consider alternatives, gather information, draft and redraft legislation. There are 4 types of committees: standing, select, joint, and conference. Standing committees are permanent committees that are responsible for legislation related to a particular set of issues. Standing committees are powerful and specialized. They are usually large and they have a stable membership. Most of the hard work of considering legislative alternatives and drafting legislation occurs within congressional standing committees. Most standing committees deal with specific policy areas. However, one of the most powerful committees in the House is the Rules Committee. It is considered powerful because it controls the introduction and flow of legislation through the House. A member of the House of Representatives who wanted to maximize his or her power within the institution would be well advised to seek a seat on the Rules Committee. Getting on the right committee is vital, and prized assignments are used as rewards. Campaigning for a good assignment is an essential focus during every newly elected member's 2-month transition to office, and party leaders act as gatekeepers of membership. Fundraising, political skills, and loyalty to the party are key traits toward becoming a committee chairman. Select committees are temporary, created to gather information or handle issues that do not necessarily fit the scope of any particular committee easily. Joint committees have members from both houses. Joint committees are often formed in order to speed up consideration of complex legislation. The most temporary committee of all is the Conference Committee. The main purpose of a conference committee is to resolve differences between similar bills passed by the House and Senate. Let's review. Permanent committees that are responsible for legislation related to a particular set of issues are called standing committees. Select committees are temporary, created to gather information or handle issues that do not necessarily fit the scope of any particular committee easily. Joint committees are often formed in order to speed up consideration of complex legislation. The main purpose of a conference committee is to resolve differences between similar bills passed by the House and Senate.